Alright, hello. I've never done one of these before. A little video where I'm not making something that's super high effort, super like in-depth analysis of something or whatever. More than anything, I want this to be like a thing for me, for on one hand testing out this kind of video where it's less like super high effort and more just like a fun thing on the side to do sometimes, to just still be able to put out some kind of content even if it's more low effort. So I want to see how this goes, like how it feels to put out, how well it does, whatever. For lack of better words, it's like a Germa style gameplay commentary where I play the game and I also try to like talk about something that I wanted to, that's important to bring up on the channel, or just a random thought that I have. If there's just some kind of random thing that I have in my brain where I'm like, yeah, I'll make a video on this, this is interesting, but I don't want to make like a full edited, like 8-minute, like it takes 2 weeks to make kind of thing. And today is kind of all about that, really, where I'm talking about, man, it is really hard to focus on the game and talk at the same time. I'm trying to make it so I kind of like auto-play. This server's kind of empty, but I'll stick around on here, and if I do swap servers, I'll just edit it to cut immediately or whatever. Because again, a lot of this video is going to be me talking like kind of meta, where I talk about the process of making this video as I'm doing it, because it's, again, something I haven't done before. So do forgive me if that's most of the video, but it's also kind of relevant to what I'm trying to talk about, which is what my mentalities are on making videos. And the first thing is, I have a lot of ideas for videos. There's lots, like, it's like a kind of a catchphrase for me about just saying, hey, I want to make a video about that, because I can make a video about anything, really. There's a lot of things I want to make a video on, and there's a lot of things that I think are interesting to talk about in a video. Definitely the idea, and it rarely ever is for anyone who makes videos, but the problem is not that I don't have any ideas for some cool stuff. I have a lot. And I actually, at the same time, hang on, I have like a note on the side. It's also not even the prospect of me not being able to edit or make these videos fully. I actually have, it's where the whole thing gets kind of weird, because I actually have a lot of confidence in my ability to edit videos pretty well. I'm not perfect by any means. I'm still very much beginning, but I am happy with the level of editing and production in my last two videos, like my last two high effort ones. What the hell is that? So that's definitely not any part of what's holding me back here. Ooh, medic dropped it. I just, like I just said, it's hard to like play and not just completely zone out of talking. But yeah, what I was saying, like, I'm pretty confident in my ability to edit a video well. Like, I think whatever topic I make, I actually have a lot of ideas as well for like little bits of editing. Through every like video idea I have a whole like text file on my desktop of like 7 ideas, all that are pretty cool, and I'm thinking of more pretty consistently. Like at least like once a week I get like a new idea for something that might be fun to do. So again, the problem definitely isn't my my ideas, or even my ability to make those ideas happen. Or I guess it kind of is, because I do have the ability to, but the big thing, and it's really always the problem when it comes to any kind of art form, video making, actual art, where it's hard to get the motivation, and that's like the cop-out answer to everything. If everyone never had to deal with problems with motivation, there would be way too many pieces of content on the planet as a whole for people to ever consume. There would be so much more art, which is good, I'd say. Obviously, that's not like a bad thing, but you get what I mean, where everyone has to deal with the problem, and almost to where it almost feels dumb bringing up, because obviously I struggle with motivation. Who doesn't? I don't think there's anyone on the planet who says they don't struggle with motivation one way or another, but particularly when it comes to making content, that's the biggest one. And I do have confidence in my editing ability, But the thing I really don't have any confidence in, I think this is the big thing that's stopping me, because I do sometimes have bursts of motivation, like relatively often, where I do think, yeah, I could totally make a video right now. I could spend like the next week on making this. The thing that holds me back the most is script writing and script reading, as in my ability to write a script that I read from, and also my ability to read that script after it's finished. To touch on script writing, my writing style is very much corrupted by, I'll be frank, the education system. That sounds like a goofy ass thing to say, but like, I only type long things for school essays and nothing else. Like for college, back in high school, whatever. The only reason I ever wrote anything long, or typed anything long, or anything really, that's longer than a paragraph or two, it's always just been for schoolwork. And because of that, no matter what I'm writing, I could be writing about fucking like, I don't know if I'm gonna be swearing actually, I'll bleep that one out. I don't care if I'm writing about like Gary's Mod, like figures flopping around and stuff. If I'm writing a full essay on that, I'm gonna sound like Shakespeare or like Van Gogh typing about this. I'm gonna be so sophisticated with my wording, it's gonna sound like a fancy, like, I don't know, it just doesn't sound right for the topic I'm writing about ever. Like the words I use, the way I write, it's very formal, I think is the best way to put it. It's never casual, it's not fun, it's not any kind of way in the style of what I want my videos to be. I don't want them to be like complete joke fests. Like I want them to be largely informative, but I want comedy, or at least a sense of just leisure, to be a big part of it, regardless. And it's really hard to do that when my writing sounds like, again, like a Shakespeare like play, like a tragedy or whatever. I can't think of the word. And it's so hard to break from that style of writing. I've tried consistently to try to like be like, okay, no, I'm not gonna write this how I normally do. I'm gonna be more casual. I'm gonna be more fun. I'm gonna make it actually interesting to listen to and also entertaining. I'm not gonna make this an essay I send to college or whatever. But I haven't succeeded yet. I've tried with both my videos, and I think the TF2 one went a bit better because the topic itself was a bit more lighthearted in itself. I was talking about like some of the most absurd things ever, so it's really hard to be too formal with it. But the Minecraft video I liked, but I think overall the TF2 video is way stronger, and I think that's largely just because of the script. The script for the Minecraft video, I don't, at least personally, this is just, I'll be straight up, I've received almost no negative feedback about any of my videos. They haven't been seen by too many people, granted, but for the people who have, I only hear people who really like them. And I'm not trying to say that as like a way of like, just, you know, amping myself up, flexing live, but it's just making sure the whole picture is there so everyone kind of understands what my thoughts are. But I've only received like good words about my videos. So I don't even know if like my own thoughts on what my problems on my videos are even really relevant. Like, if everyone loves my videos but I don't, does it really matter? Like, obviously you want to like your own content, that's a goal to have, but if I'm trying to make videos for other people to watch and like, and people already like them, then what's the problem? I think that's a fair statement. But I want to be able to be satisfied with my own content, and I also want to, I don't know, this is kind of like, this is weird, because like this is my last point on my list here. On my other monitor I have like a list of topics, or not topics, but just like points. This is the last one, but I make videos for fun right now, and I also have the same mentality for streaming, where I have zero plans on making streams or videos for a job, making it a career. The only case that happens is if it falls right into my lap. I'm doing it solely for fun, and if it happens to go that way, and it's completely possible and safe to do that, then I might. But 99% chance I'm just gonna make them for fun. So the whole idea of making my videos as popular as possible isn't what I'm going for right now. I want to make them so other people can like them, obviously, but also so I'm satisfied with something, so I can like make something and feel productive about it. Because obviously during recent times, for obvious circumstances, people have a lot of free time, and as do I. And it's hard to find stuff to do. To make myself feel like, wow, I'm not completely wasting my time here. Making videos is something like that. That's something that I can do, that I can do on my computer, and it feels really good. Like if after a day of editing a video or something, and when it gets put out, I feel so like complete. I'm like, damn, I'm a productive as hell person right now. Even if it's not technically contributing towards my future or whatever, it's just something that I made. And I'm gonna swap servers real quick here. It's just gonna be a little blip, but this server's kind of dead. I'm gonna find something that's a bit more exciting to watch. All right, and now we're actually back. I joined the server like a little bit ago, but it was in a game that literally just ended as I joined, so I didn't want to have that just be like a random section of the video. That didn't make any sense. So here now, and on the point of me not being able to write a script very well, like me not feeling confident in the scripts that I write, there's also the problem of me not feeling very confident in reading them. Because it's one thing to have like a good script, but if I read it in a voice that's incredibly monotone and is not very exciting to listen to, then the video is just going to be a lot worse. It's not going to be nearly as like engaging to listen to. You're going to listen to it and be like, this guy, either, oh, this guy doesn't care what he's talking about, or, oh, this guy isn't very fun to listen to. It's a thing that I think I'm going to struggle with the most when it comes to making videos, because it's not an issue that's universal for me. I stream a lot. I'm not trying to plug it, but actually I am, I guess. Twitch.tv/Daredevil, but I stream a lot, and I have zero problems talking there. I have no issues talking on stream consistently, talking to chat, talking with no chat, talking with 0 people in the stream for an hour and a half. I've done that multiple times, and I have no problem with it. Like, not even in that I don't mind it, but I also just do it well, I think. At least personally, I think I do a pretty good job of it. I have fun with it, and I don't ever feel uncomfortable now. I used to kind of at the start of when I started to talk on stream, but now I don't. Yeah, with videos, it's very... I'm hoping it's the same thing, where I just feel uncomfortable at the start, and after I make some more, I just get more used to reading scripts. But it's very hard to do that, because something that always, like, I've hated is just recording and listening to my own voice. And that's why I like streaming, because I don't have to record or listen to it. I just stream, and I stop streaming, and that's it. But with video making, I have to speak in a void. There's actually 0 feedback as I'm speaking. It's simply the script in front of me and me speaking into a microphone. There's nothing there. There's nobody saying, oh, hi, or I don't know. Something about that makes it so much harder to, like, not only read well, but be comfortable. It legitimately makes me, like, uncomfortable to just speak into a void and try to make myself sound human, like non-robotic. That's the biggest thing, is like during both my videos, I think I do an okay job of it, but for the most part, I think I sound very robotic. Whether or not that's actually a huge issue to people watching, I don't know, but I don't like it. And again, I want to make videos not only for other people to enjoy, but also for myself. I want to make things that I'm proud of and happy with, to feel like I'm productive for something. And if I make videos, but I constantly have that like robotic tone of voice, then I'm never going to be too happy with them. So that's obviously a problem. And I do have some ways of tackling the issue. The main one I'm not going to say too much on, because it's kind of like a spoiler for future video ideas that I want to keep as kind of a surprise, but I do plan on getting a narrator for some videos. Not a narrator. Sounds like I'm hiring. Well, I am. I would be hiring someone technically, but like in the same way you commission an artist, I want to commission someone to read off some of my scripts, so I can just use that in my videos rather than my own voice. And along that lines, I'm also going to have like some friends who know stuff about the topic. I'll ask them to like proofread the script to see if it sounds good and stuff. But one of the solutions is just having someone else read the script straight up, which I think I'd be able to do. I'd be able to find someone. If I don't have any friends, I could just find someone on Fiverr. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But I think that's a good way to make my videos a lot more engaging and fun to watch, because it's kind of not talked about too much, but I think a really important part of being good at video making, or not good at video making, like having good videos, is being enjoyable to watch and listen to, particularly if you use your voice. Like, if you don't use your voice in videos, obviously it's a non-factor, but if it is, if your voice is an aspect, if your voice is just nice to listen to, it makes people so much more likely to just enjoy consuming your content and to just have a good time with it, rather than it seeming any kind of awkward to watch or something. Ooh, that was tense. This is still live. Despite me, like, acknowledging the game 0, this is still me playing the game as I'm talking, so it is a bit hard sometimes. Damn it. Okay, where was I? Damn. Okay, yeah, I do plan on, like, for some of my more important videos, like videos that I plan on, like, really putting a lot into, I don't want them to be limited by my non-ability to read scripts well. I don't want them to be held back by something like that. I want them to fully shine and stretch the legs as much as they can. So I do plan on finding someone to help me with that. But that's only for some videos. I don't plan on that being consistent. I mean, it might be. If things turn out one way or another, that might become the norm, but I don't plan on it. But we'll see, I guess. It's a big pattern in a lot of my content creation. A lot of it is just, we'll see. If it turns out well, then I'll do it. If it doesn't, then I won't. But that is also the case for getting someone else to just narrate my videos and read my scripts and stuff. So yeah, that's one way I plan on solving the issue. And the other is, obviously I'll try to just, like, get better at reading scripts, because as I make more videos, obviously, you get better at stuff by doing it over and over, no doubt. So I do plan on just still making the majority of my videos be narrated by me, read off, like, largely me. I don't plan on getting, like, a huge production team or whatever. We'll see. Obviously, who knows, maybe I get rich and famous and I need a whole team to make my videos in 2 weeks time, who knows, but it's hard to keep, like, a consistent train of thought going, so I apologize if this is just completely all over the place. It's even harder playing the game at the same time, but it makes me way more comfortable reading, or not reading, but, like, just talking to myself. Oh, yeah, and the other idea I had for, like, tackling the problem of not sounding monotone, a few friends have suggested this to me, where I do what I'm doing now, kind of, where I have, like, a few notes on the side, just on, like, a notepad document or whatever, and I just kind of talk. I just look at this topic, okay, I say, okay, talk about this for, like, 10 minutes. And then what I'll do is I'll just go into the audio afterwards and put it together in a way that sounds coherent. So there's no stutters, there's no nothing. It's just essentially the same way as editing a podcast, where people cut out the ums and ums and ahs or whatever, any stutters or any issues. And say, like, and for my, like, Minecraft music disc video, for example, instead of having a full script, I just have some notes about, okay, so this song is like this, talk about this disc, talk about whatever, and then I just talk about it completely blankly for a while, and then I just doctor it together, because the biggest reason that my voice sounds so monotone when I'm reading off a script is, I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to nail down, but I think a lot of it also has to do with the fact that the only times I've ever had to do that are in school. Like, in any school situation, like for a college presentation or something in, like, high school, middle school, just, like, doing PowerPoint presentations and stuff, where I just look at the PowerPoint and, like, read it like, Saturn is the 5th planet in the universe, and it's got rings. Like, I just read it word for word, and because of that, it's very robotic. And I think that's kind of the same thing that's happening with a lot of my script reading. So if I don't write a script word for word of what I read, and instead I just kind of make myself talk about it, I think it'll sound a lot more natural when I edit it together. So that's most of my thoughts on like the video making process for me. To just kind of summarize, I feel very confident in my video making abilities, like editing, recording the stuff, my abilities with software. I'm sorry, I stole that. I feel fully confident in that, but I feel absolutely zero confidence when it comes to writing and reading a script. Everything to do with the actual words being said, I don't feel very good at. And because of that, it really limits the amount of motivation I have for making videos and such. And that being said, I forgot the last line. I do have, okay, there it is. I do have a few ideas for videos to make. The next one I plan on, or I won't say the next one, but there's two main ones that I'm kind of looking at working on soon. One on the Spy in TF2, because my favorite class is the Spy, and some cool mechanics with him, and another is about one-shot speedrunning, to just say what's going on in my head, like what ideas are rolling around and are on highest priority at the moment. Got him. So those, I'm not saying expect them soon, because they could come out in a month, they could come out in a week, they could come out in a year, I don't know. But that's just what's in my head right now. So they'll come out eventually, hopefully pretty soon. So that's it. I'll make videos. I like them. I'm bad at talking. Alright. That's it. Peace.